fighter. All the way to the wire.
Hello, Jimmy? Is that you? Why didn't you? Why didn't you just kill the bastards? Kill them all. Kill them all. You'll come see me, won't you? Won't you?
Oscillate is dead. When I saw him run in '74, I was standing next to my coward of a father and had a brief glimpse of what invincibility looked like. Now he's dead in the stall of some rich bastard who probably never even looked him in the eye. Sure, we can see each other at the track and pretend that everything is normal, that he is a father and I am a son. Otherwise, he can eat his dinners alone and wither away slowly, knowing for damn sure that he is not a father, and I'm sure as hell not his son. My name is Reynolds. I'm here to see Mrs. Fosler.
You are expected. My name is Abigail. I am the maid, and I know goddamn everything.
Is every room more garish than the other?
Yes, sir. They are. Mrs. Fosler likes it garish. Don't you, madam?
Yes, Abigail. At times I feel it is my duty. I'm Madeline Fosler. I breed superior racehorses, and I tell people what to do. My all but estranged husband, Frederick Fosler, operates the coal mines badly, and he tries to do what he's told. Did you know Mr. Reynolds was a policeman? Not a real one, sadly, as he's not allowed to do much anymore since he shot that child. So instead, he crawls into nasty crevices looking for horrible husbands, lonely housewives, and perhaps a few overdue library books. Isn't that right, Mr. Reynolds?
It's possible I don't attract the right kind of people. Or maybe the Cold War took the romance right out of life.
Are you blaming Ronald Reagan for the nation's marital woes? They called you Ricochet on the force. Did they not?
My name is James Clifton Reynolds, Miss Foster.
Nevertheless. Why Ricochet? Is it because you always had the bullets flying around the room? That does sound exciting.
I hate to disappoint you, but I don't carry a firearm anymore.
They can be dangerous things. Anyway, I may call you Ricochet. May I not?
You may call me Clifton. Miss Foster, Webb failed to tell me why you wanted to see me, so maybe we could get to the point just a little bit quicker.
Was Lieutenant Webb upset when you were dismissed from the force?
Suspended.
What's that?
I was suspended from my position, not dismissed.
How nice for you. Do you pay attention to equine athleticism, Ricochet?
I follow the horses.
So, you know who Oscillate is, and that he is no more? The papers are reporting that he had a heart attack in his stall 2 nights ago. Would it shock you to know that that is not the truth?
No, Miss Foster. I'm not so easily shocked.
He died of a bullet in the head. Would you care for a drink?
I don't drink.
It's better than anything you have at home, I imagine.
I don't have any at home.
No guns, no booze. I would have never guessed that James Clifton Reynolds could be so dull. I'm sure you more than anyone knows that life must go on and that vets need to be assured that heart attacks are real and that certain families are able to collect their insurance money, especially when it's a victimless crime.
I would say Oscillate has a look of a victim.
I loved him like a son. I assure you of that. I only have a daughter, so he in fact was my only son. Mr. Reynolds, in this life, certain individuals are thrust upon us, and we must do what we can to protect them. Personally, I will do everything I can to protect them. And if I cannot, I'll give them enough money to take care of themselves.
I see.
Now, here is a small fortune for your duties, the name of the attending vet, and where you can find him. He is a kind old man, so be gentle on him, won't you? The autopsy is set for 2 days from now. Persuade Dr. Blemires with what you think will get the job done, and the rest is yours. Do you think that is enough, Detective?
It should be enough to fix my car radiator. It's been 6 wild months deep into Mexico and convinced the good vet that your stallion died of too much love and affection.
We will call that enough then. Pennies compared to what that horse was worth.
What does your husband think about all this mess?
My husband?
Yes. I ran into him in the hall.
Oh, that is not my husband.
I am Madeline's special friend. The name's Manley, although no one in my profession ever has a real name. This is all the bidding of others. If you think this has anything to do with the likes of you or me, then you're looking at the postage stamp and not the letter.
You see, Frederick and I, we are not together all that often. We have separate bedrooms in separate wings, but mostly he sleeps at the mines.
The mines.
Coal, you know that stuff? Get your hands all dirty. He runs the mines, and the horses belong to me. Look, I believe I've paid you enough to ignore everything about my family and my business except for what that doctor puts in that insurance file. So, I'd focus on that, and then you can go to Mexico.
I wouldn't want to miss the fall meet, would I, Miss Foster?
We wouldn't want that, Mr. Reynolds. You just let me know if there's anything else you need.
The middle class seem to be best at dealing with their problems. The rich make a public spectacle as if they enjoy the turmoil. The poor scream and shout. No one pays attention, and the cries die out quickly.
Excuse me, sir, but the lady of the house would like to have a word with you.
I just met with the lady of the house.
Apologies, sir. The other lady of the house, Mrs. Fossler's daughter, Miss Fossler. She saw your car in the driveway.
And what, pray tell, is her name?
Opal, sir.
I am that Opal Fossler. I always wear long sleeves and make sure to never do as I am told.
Are you and Miss Fossler on a first-name basis?
No, sir.
Lead the way. Down the long stretch we go. One place on earth where the filthy rich and the dirt poor can stand shoulder to shoulder in pursuit of the same goal. She asked me curious questions about life as a police officer. How I knew things like there was cocaine on every dollar bill in circulation. How in every body of water there is at least one automobile and one dead body. But the truth is, I don't remember saying anything, just staring into that blinding sundress, asking some higher being to remove those big sunglasses so I could look into the eyes of the other lady of the house. And when she did let me see her green eyes, I swear the earth shook underneath, and it took every ounce of my being to simply stay afloat. Canary yellow filled my thoughts all that night and into the morning and the grayish matter in between. For me, there was no longer any other color, or any other woman, or any other anything. Hell, I even thought it was a good notion to not be dead. If I closed my eyes, I could see and almost touch the finer things in life that really goddamn mattered. Brahms and omelets and canary yellow everything.
Dr. Blamiers? Excellent. My name is Reynolds, and Madeline Foster wanted me to meet with you today. I can be available anytime after 1 o'clock if that works for you. Well, it's about her stallion, Oscillate. I'm very much aware that he is deceased, but I think you will find he is still a topic of interest for you. 4 o'clock will be fine. Understood. Yes, I know where that is. Son of a bitch.
Be careful, son.
Hello? The county clerk office. Was Harold in today? How many Harolds do you have working there these days? Harold Reynolds. Give my apologies to your receptionist. I woke up on the wrong side of the couch today. You got time for a quick favor? Great. Can you give me the property holdings of Frederick and Madeline Fossler? Yep, the horsey set Fosslers. Yeah, it is a shame. He was a handsome boy. Yep, I'll wait. Yep. Upper Elkhorn Farm, Fossler Cove, Van Leer. Got it. Okay, anything else? A cabin in Slade? Got it. Lily 39 Holdings. Lily 39 Holdings? Have you ever heard of that? No? Did you say Glasgow? What the hell are they doing in Glasgow? What's the address there? 8441 Race. 8441 Race. Got it. You're the best. What was that? Yeah, I'm getting by. Just the usual divorce cases and shadowy dealings with local vets. I'm off to shake one down now.
Everyone wants something. Love, money, power, sex, revenge, to appear to be smart or tall, but the agendas are all hidden. The present collides against the future and the past all at once, and there isn't enough room to fit it all in the same space. It's chaos, and we just need help.
You look worse for wear.
I don't always sleep well.
A pity. I am guessing that you are here to tell me about your visit with Dr. Blumeers? Or is this a social call?
Not a social call. My visit with the doctor was seamless. I didn't think I would like him from a phone conversation, but kind of wish he was my dad. I liked him that much.
Well, well. Some scratch for you to wager at the track and a new play pal. That's all so wonderful.
You will let me know if there's any issues.
Naturally. You drove all the way out here to tell me seamless? No celebration?
No celebration. One question. I can't stop wondering why it would take someone 4 shots with only one landing to murder a horse for insurance money. Maybe you could shed some light on the situation for me?
I wish I had a good answer for you, Mr. Reynolds. But I heard you're a pretty lousy shot as well.
Indeed I was. Thank you, madam. I guess I'll say goodbye now. It's been nice knowing you.
Instinctively, I knew that leaving that landmine of a family behind was the best thing to do. But in many ways, they were the best friends I had ever had. And even if I wanted to walk away, the green eyes kept staring right through me. To think I had forgotten what love can do to a person. It's so damn exciting. The other cases I poked around with that week didn't have mansions or dead racehorses or gigolos or bumblebees with green eyes. So I mostly read the papers. Oscillate was there. Died of a heart attack the autopsy confirmed. Poor fellow. I played a few cribbish hands by myself, tried to cook some meals, and even kept the bourbon in the cupboard. But a man in love grows restless. So I tracked down Opal Foster and found myself at the Ruffian Bar off the Leestown Road. And I asked the bartender if he had seen any heiress-looking types lurking around, and he matter-of-factly pointed to the corner. And there she was, higher than a kite on something stronger than booze, and I loved her even more than I had just moments earlier.
What do you want with me, Clifton? Love,
Like fondness or devotion. Or something that's driven by lust. I could use a little lust. Well, you do know how to move a girl. I do, sailor. That's for trying to be my father. Christ. You tell a girl you love her, then leave her on the floor of some dive. What kind of honeymoon is that? You're the type who wants me to just look pretty and move a little while you do all the work. Do you want to know what I think, Mr. Reynolds? I think you're frightened.
Do I look frightened?
Absolutely.
Well, there's your answer. I took her back home and handed her off to Abigail at the front door. I asked if this sort of thing happened often.
What is that, sir?
Miss Fosler being dropped off unconscious by strange men.
You're not strange, Mr. Reynolds.
I kind of wished the green eyes would close with mine at night. But they just kept staring. At times, they told me to stay away to save myself. And other times, they were dilated and full of pain. I thought of Le Mort de Tour, or Pepe Le Pew, and all the other damsels in distress that needed my help. I thought about the laundromat on the corner and how much starch I might need to successfully mingle with this particular class of criminal. But what I mostly thought about was Opal Fosler.
I'm told I disappear so readily. No one is slipperier than little Opal. And you'll never change. Never have a family. Never own a decent suit. And never have... My mother says you're simply not good enough. But thank you for bringing me home the other night. It was nice being taken care of.
But the heartstrings have the ability to move a man. And when such a man is stirred in such a manner, he stumbles upon a clarity so pure that the end result can only lead to chaos. I visited Frederick Fosler at the mines. It was the quietest coal operation I had ever been to.
She was married once before, you know. Dreadful. Prep school nobody who thought he knew something about business, horses, and class because his parents had money. Ultimately, he fell short on all three counts. And Opal wisely cashed in and moved on. I did not know the young man terribly well, but my generation can tell so much from a first impression.
What were you doing the night Oscillate died?
Why, tending to my wife's broken heart, of course.
So you say.
So I know. Young man, are we going to babble on and on about my wife's daughter, my wife's horse? One, I might care about. The other, not so much. Opal does this to herself. A father can only provide warm beds, fast cars, and a roof that doesn't leak. The rest, it's up to her. Can't you see this is all the bidding of others? And while I sit here and wonder so many whys, really just want to be left alone. Oh well. I was always more interested in coal than wives and children and racehorses.
But there is no coal here.
That's why we keep digging.
I saw Reynolds in the grandstand the other day, and being reminded of our last conversation, I honestly wanted to grab my monogram letter opener from home and slit his damn throat. But watching his face as the 16-1 cream and yellow chevron on the Fossler stable silks ruined his trifecta in the ninth, I felt awfully sorry for him. I must admit, I even had thoughts of adopting him, for in that moment I liked him that much. The horse track. The one place on earth where everyone, from the dirty rich to the dirt poor, stands shoulder to shoulder, pursuing the same goal.
I followed Manley from the car wash to the drugstore to Charlie Brown's. Watched him inhale 2 Tom Collins while he fumbled with his tie and listened to him as he told me white lies about his past. He also casually filled me in on how the police were blackmailing the Fosslers into running heroin through their all too quiet minds.
This is all small stuff here, Reynolds. Trifle. Sure. It's enough to get somebody in trouble, but it's all for the rich, their children, or anyone fortunate enough to live in one of their dorms. I'm not quite sure you really understand how loaded the wealthy really are.
Then why kill Oscillate?
I thought you were the detective. Or at least you ran with the crowd that understood. It's the maids that know goddamn everything.
You ever hear of Lily 39?
Lily 39? Is that from your last cabaret show? No. Never heard of it. But hey, aren't you gonna ask me about Opal? And how she fits into all of this? Seems like everything always circles back to poor little Opal. Up to her elbows in a cookie jar. I like her. And I like you. I think we could have been friends. You and I. Yeah, friends. Must admit, though, when we first met, I had you pegged as quite the bore. I had no idea you could be so thrilling. I like a man who tries real hard to get what doesn't belong to him.
And I slept with Opal when she found her way to my apartment. Some things in life sting, and when the swelling comes from a parasol twirling, opioid-loving bumblebee in a sun hat, one needs to locate that particular pollinator, shake the dust off its wings, and point it in a damn finer direction.
Mr. Reynolds. May I have a glass of water, please?
Not mad at you. I'm used to it. My first job was at Stone's back in Marshalltown. Do you know where Marshalltown is? It's in Iowa. Anyway, it's a little restaurant under the viaduct. Well, you say under the viaduct, but it's really just a bridge. And that's where I was shocked to learn that not all people are sincere and all men are the devil. And jockeys are kind of worse, huh?
My name is Wendell Watkins, and I'm a jockey. An injured one. And I fear it could be most serious.
1967 was a complicated year, but I guess they all are. Otis Redding died, the Big Mac entered our lives. Bobby Ussery guided 30-1, shot Proud Clarion down the center of the track to defeat the Great Damascus in the Kentucky Derby by just over a length. And Wendell Watkins was born. By the spring after his 16th birthday, he was unloved by anyone outside of his mother. But by the summer of his 17th year on the planet, Wendell had been jettisoned to racing fame and was known by anyone who was paying attention as the boy with the golden hands. But the confetti dwindled, and the parachute failed to open when he took his first nasty spill in the fall of '84. Wendell shattered his collarbone and a bunch of other things that were holding him together. Although still a jockey, everything changed. The tracks got smaller, the money ran out, and he consumed pills for lunch. You can say what you like, but it sure takes one hell of a resilient bastard to handle 7 months of stardom and 10 years of toiling. Always staring dead straight ahead into the wry smile that told Wendell that their poorly timed joke was indeed on him.
My name is Lincoln, last name irrelevant. I am an agent of jockeys, the most reckless, sinister, and headstrong group of individuals ever collected. Their one job is to pilot the horse. Now, when they're on the horse's back, there is calm and peace and silence. When they're not, well, it's nothing short of chaos. Wendell. How many injuries have you had?
You mean today?
Do you even care anymore? I mean, sometimes it's hard for me to tell if you're still breathing.
Well, that just shows the type of agent you are. You don't even know if your clients are dead or alive. You want to know how many injuries I've had? I've broken 19 different bones. Most of them more than once. Well, this morning in my trailer, I was trying to decide whether to have half a peanut, the whole thing, or none of it for breakfast. I mean, I'm on a horse going 40 miles an hour with a goddamn ambulance behind my back. Christ. This really is just about choosing how to die.
My name is Addison Adair, Adair, as in, I dare you to say my last name wrong. Something my mama used to say. I've never intentionally tried to hurt anybody, and if there's one thing I've learned in my time on this here planet, it's that if I ain't on a horse, I ain't bothering.
Well, I imagine we've all got someplace to be. You know, sad but true. If you left us tomorrow, we'd clean out your trailer and hardly ever know you were here.
My parents named me Joseph, but I simply go by Joe. Joe Aubrey. I ride horses in the morning for trainer Tom Dupuis. I am also an unsuspecting bigamist without a grain of magic dust up either of my sleeves. And apparently, right for a good bludgeoning to the head.
Now, what exactly is your, delicately now, involvement with that snake Aubrey?
Joe? Not much involvement. I mean, he buys me milkshakes and stuff, but anyone can.
So you have no feelings for him?
None. Not a damn drop.
Well, that's good.
Watch me blush away. But it's you, Wendell. It's you I love. Always have. Since the first moment I laid eyes on you. The boy with the golden hands.
Wendell, what has led to all your success?
Well, some say luck, but not me. It's about being at the right place at the right time, being on the right horse at the right time, and knowing what to do with these. I want you to listen carefully, because I'm only going to warn you this once. I, despite appearances, am a doomed soul. Now I'll repeat that. I am a doomed soul. And nothing on this greenish earth is likely to change that specific state of affairs. Are we all clear?
All clear. Oh, Wendell. I want to be doomed. Just like you.
Wendell was hypnotized by the horseshoe pendant that he had collected for Addison and was, in point of fact, about to give her. The charm had a circle in the middle, with LVYU written on one side and IOEO on the other. I wasn't sure what either of those words meant, but when he spun the circle fast, it spelled out, I love you. Sometimes I love you makes a lot of sense, and other times it just looks misspelled. Every once in a while, you have to fall upon your knees and pray hard and harder for everything to work out right. And other times, you just have to take what you want and let others worry about the praying part.
So I kidnapped Opal and stowed her away at the Sunset Motel off the Georgetown Road. We kept ourselves clean, contemplated arson, and played cards. Same day, I spent hours with Opal in bed looking for a long shot in Saturday's Preakness. I got jumped by my former peers near the vending machines and was told that my time spent with any other Fosslers had come to an abrupt end. And then she overdosed in the room while I slept on the blacktop. In her hand was a note written in pencil. Dear Clifton, you're a stallion. XO. Opal.
When I was 8, I ran away the day before my birthday that my mother had invited around 50 kids to. I was gone 3 days. The party was canceled. And when I got home, my mother said to me, "Your birthday party was ruined, Opal, because everyone thought you were dead."
People always argue whether you should hang a horseshoe by the door right side up or upside down. One way lets luck spill out and into the house. The other way around captures luck from the outside and holds on to it until it's needed. But I think I prefer the spilling kind. I just seem to need a little bit of luck most of the damn time.
My name is Mrs. Watkins. I'm a widower and mother to Arthur and Wendell, and I can type 75 words per minute on an electric typewriter. As Wendell was leaving for junior prom with that burst of sunshine hope page, I leaned into his ear and told him as sweetly as I could, "And don't forget, you're the resurrection, baby." And off they went. The next day at the Gardenside Diner, he and Arthur got into a ruckus and Wendell ran out of our lives. We saw him on television winning races for a while after, but then he disappeared altogether. And I died.
Same since the day before I met you. I'm happy just to be your friend.
Everyone said you were broke.
Is that what you do? You listen to everyone?
Well, I guess.
Well, I'm not broke.
Well, I wish you would have told me before I went all vigilante-like. I'm your wife. The only one you've got.
Well, I'm just glad that no one was hurt.
Wendell.
Yes.
There might have been a foot.
There might have been a foot of what?
Cashier inside that supermarket. He hurt his foot.
How did he hurt his foot?
A bullet went into it. Oh, I'm sure he's all right. He was a sweet little old man who knew right away it was an accident and got along fine. Called the ambulance for him after I put the money back in the register. Oh, I sure hope you'll protect me. I'm your wife. Still the only one you've got.
What kind of gun do you have anyway?
It's just a little Derringer. It's a sweet little cutie pie thing with a white mother of pearl handle. My mama gave it to me before I left home.
Will you put it in my suitcase, please?
Yes, Wendell, I will.
It's everything you've always wanted, Joe. You're more than an exercise rider. Because you are as good as any of them. Be a jockey, Joe. Be a jockey.
My name is Sheila. I was Arthur's high school girlfriend until I got fed up because he started spending all his time with those onesie-wearing floozies from the swim team. Which is ironic, because Arthur can't even swim.
Arthur! Get back in the pool.
Ironworks class of 83. It's time to sway to the music.
I love you, Wendell.
Sunday afternoon, that is when I will repent. On Sunday evening, while the weekend is of love.
Anyways, Arthur blabbed on and on about how lame the junior prom was. We were chaperones, and how much better our senior prom was going to be a week later. He said he had a bathtub full of Molson Golden all set up for us at the Sunset Motel, and he chose that beer because of the foil top. Wendell correctly pointed out that the foil tops were all Michelob bottles. I felt pretty sorry for Wendell and seduced him under the bleachers.
Wendell? Wendell?
Seemed like the right thing to do. And the next day, Wendell was gone. Never saw any of the Watkins again, which is sad. Their mom was real nice.
My name is Arthur Watkins. Foremost, I live alone and have never understood why. Of secondary concern, I am a Scott County sheriff, a cage rattler, and a mostly former brother to Wendell. It was a version of me who buried the body after Wendell whacked that guy with Grandpa's shovel. So proud of him. And the same version of me incarcerated his missus for knocking off that market store outside Terre Haute. I no longer drink milk.
Naturally, Wendell decided to protect the only wife he ever had, and the pair scampered off to the Watkins family home for Wendell's first visit in just over 10 years. As always, the side door was unlocked. No picture of Mr. Watkins could be found on any wall, and Grandpa's shovel stood lazily next to the fridge.
When'd you get in, Wendell?
A few hours ago.
It's been a while.
That it has. Where's Mom? She doing all right?
She hasn't been around much lately, Wendell. But if she were, I doubt very highly that she would want to see you. And what do we have here?
This is Addison. Addison? This is my brother.
Addison Adair, Adair, as in I dare you to say my last name wrong. Something my mama used to say.
She's a young one, huh?
She's my wife.
Well, lucky you. Thanks for not being around for the past decade or two. How did you get yourself into this mess, honey?
It's hardly a mess, Mr. Watkins.
Arthur.
Got it. Arthur. Anyway, it's not a mess, Arthur. Wendell takes good care of me. He provides for me and lets me do whatever I want. He even lets me rob banks.
She doesn't rob banks. She rides horses.
Hell, it's nice to be a family again.
Oh, husband of mine, I may need my gun back.
What for?
Well, if Arthur happens to catch wind of the robbery, of course.
We're not gonna shoot my brother.
I'm trying not to. In the meantime, what exactly is the plan?
Well, we just gotta lay low for a while and hope that this dust-up dies down. You simply can't be out in the open right now, honey. You're a fugitive.
That has a nice ring to it. Thank you. You used to ride good, didn't you? I mean, real good. Would you look at those hands? Those beautiful golden hands.
Exercise rider Joe Aubrey traveled the 672 some odd miles and caught up with Wendell, and surprised him in many a way. Most notably by informing him that he was already Addison's husband and knew all about Wendell and his wife getting hitched, robbing a convenience store, and shooting some poor bastard in the foot outside of godforsaken Terre Haute. Indeed, little Addison Adair, innocent no more, as it seems we've got a bigamist on our hands. Wendell offered up some rodeo cold canned beer to the soon-to-be former exercise rider, and then casually grabbed Grandpa's shovel, which had been standing idly by since about 1979, and then used it for what some shovels were born to do.
You got any place to be, Joe?
We all have someplace to be, Wendell.
Where did you come from? I mean, there's so little we know about your past.
The past? I'm not concerned with the past. I'm only looking forward. I mean, in many ways, I was born yesterday. Arthur Watkins, please. Yeah, I'll wait. Arthur, Wendell, listen. I could use your help with something back at the house. Pretty important. Yeah. I'll be here.
Wendell cleaned up the kitchen and finally closed his eyes around 4 in the morning. Arthur lovingly put Joe Aubrey to rest in the tobacco barn, and then stayed up until first light polishing off a bottle of his favorite bourbon. He was off the next day.
Drinks?
Milk, please.
Coffee, black. Bit of nasty business there last night, Mr. Jockey? Now what, if you don't mind me asking, is the fallout from such an event? And let's not forget, before we get ahead of ourselves, that the specific details should be kept out of this diner, and for that matter, away from anyone's eardrums, no matter who they are. Right? Excellent. Brothers agreeing. Anyway, will this be a ripple in the pond, or will your automobile, with you in it, plummet deep into the murky waters? Isn't it odd how some folks get by, or get away with, I should say, just about anything? Absolutely anything. While others, and I'm talking good, decent folks here, perpetually sink to the bottom of the lake, struggle with the doors and windows, and wait there to die.
It's not decaf, just the wrong color pot. The other one broke.
Do you even have decaf?
No, not really.
You killed your mother, didn't you? My mother as well, you know. Abandonment. That is indeed a high crime. But let's not forget that I'm also damn proud of you. My little baby brother, all grown up and knocking people's heads in with Grandpa's shovel in our own kitchen. You don't know how happy that made me. Thank you, Wendell.
What'll it be?
My brother here will have a pecan waffle with a double order of hash browns, Bring lots of syrup. I've already eaten.
Home fries okay? That's what we make, home fried potatoes instead of hash browns. They're good. You'll like them.
Still a double order, though?
You bet.
Right by me. Wendell? Thank you. June. It's June now. The month, I mean.
I noticed.
Oh, one more thing. Do you happen to have a safety pin?
A safety pin?
A safety pin. Just one, any size.
Well, they're not on the menu, but I'll check my purse.
Before you start getting all itchy and think less of me, let me tell you that for a fact, I am a firm believer in second chances. Do you believe in second chances, Wendell?
I do.
Great. That's a load off my mind. Brothers agreeing again. Now, answer me just one last question. I'm no philosopher, intellectual, nothing. No argument here. I'm an overpaid yes man in a county where almost nothing ever goes wrong. But you and I, we believe in second chances. We've already established this, haven't we? That's right. Hell, third, fourth, fifth, sixth chances. Let's learn. Let's repeat. Let's get it right. But here's my question. If something cannot be repeated, if it only happens once, how can there be a second chance?
In many ways, we're just like the horses. It gets difficult for us when the race gets canceled. Are we all clear?
All clear.
It's so damn exciting.
I lazily told the coroner about Opal's body, had a long talk with my lawyer, and found myself wanting to kill everyone. But instead of doing even a bit of anything about any of it, I went home, had a cigarette and a bubble bath, and ended up right back where I started, in Mrs. Fossler's study. Life used to be fun, didn't it, Abigail?
Yes, sir.
And it will be again?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Despite what you must think, we are not a perfect family. Frederick accepts life as it is, except when he drinks. Then he becomes jealous and excitable, and he gets to imagining that he and I are still a real husband and a real wife. We all have our weaknesses, Mr. Reynolds. Even me. So off to the stables we went. It's Opal's. Cute, isn't it? I bought it for her when she married that fool of a boy. Something to protect herself with. So, there we were in the throes of it all. Next thing I knew, bang, bang, pow, pow. Opal's waving her gun all around. Warning shots, mind you. But that pretty little thing, she can still... You see, Frederick is not her father, but she hated him like one. Opal was in one of her states, and she simply hated to see her mother getting hurt. There is a difference between not protecting someone and pushing them over the cliffs. But not much. The cliffs calls for everyone. It's what you do at the edge that defines us. But family is forgiveness, is it not? You could have stopped it all. Where were you, Jimmy?
Where were you?
When Opal needed you most. She called me, you know, from that seedy motel you dragged her to. She didn't come from this womb. Oh no. We found her nearly naked on our doorstep, unloved, unwanted, born dirt poor, with one filthy sock to her name. And now we've lost our dear Opal. Another sad day in my life. Not the saddest, mind you, but obviously hard. Oh, I know. My life seems lavish and happy and full of ease, but I'm telling you, it's a lot of goddamned hard work. Sometimes, Ricochet, I feel you are my only friend. Do you think we'll see each other again?
Where's my 3-bedroom? Little brick house with a wife and a kid and a briefcase and a minibar and crayons on the wall. Where the hell is that? The truth? It's just a bastardized idea of a joke that is told for someone else's sick entertainment. So why say to hell with the truth?
Life isn't all stewardesses and sipping gimlets in a bathtub full of gin. There's a lot of hard work to be done. Remember when you used to set up dominoes and have shows for Mom and me? Too bad Dad skipped town and had to miss the fun, but they were pretty great. You had shoe boxes full of dominoes and special ones that clicked into tracks for curves and the like. That last bit wasn't meant to take away from your dominoes expertise. Far from it. I'm just enjoying piecing it all together after all these years. Back then, I guess it was either dominoes or throwing cans of paint onto canvases via jet engines. Jumbo frickin' jets. So it's pretty easy to see how dominoes were, a little more accessible for the likes of us. But that was all hard work, wasn't it, Wendell? And that's what I'm trying to emphasize to you. There's a hell of a lot of hard work to be done. Now, last night, that was because we're family. Blood. But this trickster you call a wife, negatory. Technically, you're not even married. She pulled the trigger, she stole the money, you weren't even in the store. Some say you were the getaway driver, but not me. I think you were just pumping gas and didn't put in the goddamn hard work that comes with avoiding precarious situations, such as the one you found yourself in. So, that leaves us with a man in Terre Haute, with a hurt foot and some badgered nerves. And there's a new bride, who's also an old bride, in the newly remodeled Scott County Jail. Down into the lake she goes. The goddamn windows are stuck and the driver's side door hasn't opened in years. But is there time to reach the passenger side? I don't think there's time. I gotta do my job now, little brother. And it looks like you have another failed prom night on your hands. In fact, if you died today, I'd clean out your room and we'd hardly know you ever existed. I wish you dressed up a little nicer for prom night, Wendell. Lovely Sheila could be here any minute.
My name is Terrence. Terrence Aubrey. I'm Joe's brother. Have you seen him?
"17-year-old girls are cruel and vicious and have hearts made of some dark, cold matter that I imagine is not even born of this precious earth. They never smile and have to constantly ask, when are things going to get better? 16-year-old girls only want flowers and crowns and milkshakes, but their broken hearts make sure that they never ask such foolish questions. They simply know things are never going to get better. And my name is Hope Page. I saw Wendell and Sheila under the bleachers, ran home crying, and never got to be named Junior Prom Queen. They can keep their plastic crown and wilted flowers, but I can tell you this, that horseshoe charm is mine, and I aim to get it back. Sheila, sweetheart that she is, so that she would lend a helping hand. It's not here.
Wendell, you doing okay?
Hello, Tom. Sure. I'm doing okay.
Are you fit?
Fit for what?
Morella's off mounts today. Need a rider in the first. 90 minutes.
I don't know, Tom. I've got an appointment to look at some textiles in Paducah this evening. What's the name?
Who cares what his name is?
What's his name?
Battle of Clontarf. He's in a 5,000 claimer.
The hell is the Battle of Clontarf?
The Irish defeated the Vikings a long time ago.
What the hell are you talking about? Nobody beats the Vikings.
Well, the Irish did. They're tough sons of bastards.
Does he have a chance?
Yes and no. Maybe a piece. He's a fighter, though. All the way to the wire. You haven't gained weight, have you, Wendell?
I've lost weight, brother. Let's go beat some Vikings.
I like the idea of keeping Wendell hidden, at least partially, and plunge deep into those recesses. For with too much light, we would simply see, well, just too damn much. Keep a shovel next to the fridge. Get on the right horses. Love your mother. And hang a horseshoe by the door.
On the resurrection, baby.
I love you, Wendell. Riders up.
The truth was in Glasgow.
Not Scotland, you silly man. Glasgow, Kentucky. And you should have known your lover's middle name. Opal Lily Fossler. It was her trust fund. all the money in the world at the age of 39. Why 39? Why not? 18 is too predictable, and 39 is an age where if everything has gone well, here is some rainy day money. Or, if things have soured, a second glorious chance to be rich. Plus, no woman ever turns 40. But I don't need to be telling you that, Mr. Reynolds. You're the detective. Love, Madeline.
Opal Lily Gray, 8441 Ray Street, Glasgow, Kentucky. Well, I wasn't sure if I cared for what the wealthy had lacquered up as the truth anymore. What was unfashionably honest stood unprotected, got all twisted up and was usually discarded like slag in a creek bed for 100 or so lonely years. What in God's name happens in Glasgow? I'm guessing not much. Down past the caves, almost to Bowling Green on the road without billboards. John Hunt Morgan invaded a Union fort there in 1863. For 3 days, the South controlled Glasgow, until they came to realize there wasn't a damn thing to do. So they packed it all up and simply headed elsewhere. As for me, I got lost more than a few times and ended up parking in front of the only roadhouse in town. I walked in and proclaimed, after everyone stopped to look at me, that I was there for the truth. But no one gave a damn. So I went back to the car and sat behind the wheel and hoped that 10 minutes of silence would pass so I could head back home and study the racing form for the next day. But a man's shadow hung over the door and said, 8441 Race. You need to take 3 hard lefts off the main road just past the abandoned gas station and you will see it after a few bends. There will be a blue Ford Bronco out front. I didn't look up or back and sped off. Once I was on the road with bends and no signs, the house was easy enough to find. Too easy. I wanted to go home. I walked up to the front door. It was open and a screen door with plenty of holes in it was all that separated me from whatever I had come to see. Hello? Hello? Of all things, I thought of Oscillate. What genes, what a magnificent creature. His offspring will keep on winning races while my family keeps ending up at the bottom of lakes. Mom? Knowing you are going to die kind of changes a man. I suddenly wanted to find a good woman to settle down with and not get shot anymore. Somewhere out there, love must conquer all. But here in Glasgow, Kentucky, it decimates those who aren't ready for it. Hell, I'm a fighter, all the way to the wire.
My name is Wendell Watkins, and I'm a jockey. An injured one. And I fear it could be most serious.